it's almost 9 o'clock. I'm charging from my battery to the house. In a couple of seconds or whatever, it's gonna go. The grid is gonna charge the house and my battery. There we go. Right now my battery's at 77%. So a lot of power is now coming because I have free nights from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So it's automatic changeover. And how I set that is, I'm on live view right now, but on my computer application, I will go down to settings, then I scroll down to battery, and then on my battery, I can change when I want it to start pulling from the grid. So 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning is when I pull from the grid to charge my battery. So going back to the home screen where the status is, this kind of gives an idea. So this is how much, basically from this morning, I use like 10.2 all night charging the battery and the house. This is how much sun I produce, and this is how much is discharged from my battery. So charging, there's not a lot today. It was a horrible day weather-wise, but this is how much I gave back to the grid from the solar, and that's how much I charged the battery from the solar. So pretty well, usually this is 15, 16, 18, and this is about 4. So I'll use like 0.2 kilowatts or maybe even a kilowatt a day with the battery. That's all I'll use because I have automatic set for self-consumption, which means when I go live status with my batteries, what happens is it'll pull from the sun first if I have sun, so the sun will power the house. If there's not enough, the batteries will power the house depending on how much I'm using. And if I'm powering, like say I'm doing 7 kilowatts producing and I'm only using 3 here, depending on how much battery I have, the majority will go to the battery and then some will go to the grid. Or if my battery is already charged and I'm producing 7, 8, 9 kilowatts and I'm only producing 3 or 0.4 here, I'll send 6 or 7 kilowatts to the grid. So if there's no sun, then hypothetically it's supposed to go 100% from the battery to the house and not use a saw. This pops in once in a while. Now once again, remember it's using the grid now because I have it set to charge the house and the battery from the grid at 9 o'clock at night to 7 in the morning. So we'll see how this bill goes, but with 80% battery, if the power goes out, I have an idea with my current consumption, my 6 batteries will last 14 hours with 77%. So usually between 16 and 18 hours. If I get a busy day, it's a weekend, we're using the washer, dryer, microwave, oven, this might, I've seen this go down to 12 hours, you know, on my current consumption on a full battery. So with also these settings here, so when I get ready to go to back to self-consumption, I leave this here all the time, but when I start charging from the battery again at 7 in the morning, my battery's 100% at 7 in the morning because it's charging the battery all night. As you can see from here, it'll charge this battery probably within the next hour, so this will be 100%, and it'll still pop in 99, 100% up here all night, but this powers the house. So basically from 7 o'clock in the morning to about 9 or 10, when I'm not producing a lot of sun, it will come all from the battery, which is already 100%, and it will quit using the house or the grid most of the time. And when the sun starts popping up 1.1, 0.2, 0.3, you can see it building up slowly but surely. It'll start powering the house, and then it start powering the battery, and eventually middle of the day is powering all 3. So that's kind of how my system is working. And once again, I leave it on self-consumption because it does everything by itself. I have those settings over here with the battery, with the system here. Settings and battery. That's where this is. Once again, I can change this So I don't even really need to do anything anymore, and I have this enabled. And that's it. That is my Enphase app, how I use it with free nights, and I pay 33 cents a kilowatt or whatever it is. So there's no high or low season. So now it's getting towards the end of the day of sunshine in Texas. So it's 3:20 p.m. So it shows you have some sun left, but now you can see that's what I used from last night. This is what I produced extra today. And this is what I've given to the battery today, which shouldn't be much because this was already charged at 100% last night, all night. And that's what I produce entirely right there. So now I go back and look. So now from yesterday's usage, it says I got about 28 hour or 20 hours if power went out, right now in my current usage. I'm still on self-consumption, which uses the solar first, then uses the battery, and then uses the grid if needed. So if I look at my live status, I'm not sure what I'm producing right now. Not producing much, so it's probably pretty cloudy. This shouldn't be doing this, so that I don't like that. But what's going on is the sun is powering the battery, and then this is producing the house, which is set. So maybe Nancy got home, microwave on, dishwasher, microwave, who knows. So what I could do here, just for example, if this is going to continue like this, and I'll go back and look at it, I can turn this off. I can go to my settings and get off the grid. So it's going to send me a code in my phone, 73837383. Now I'm off the grid, verify code. This is going to turn me off the code or the grid, and I'll show you what it looks like. So we do have some thunderstorms in Texas. I'm going to opt out of this, or I'll get it right here. I'll show you this. But now, I don't want to use this. I'm charged 33 cents. So now if I go back to my live status, I'm going to see nothing from the grid because I'm disconnected from the grid. Not connected at all. All additional power is coming from here. Nothing from the sun. Apparently it's very, very, very cloudy out, and everything's coming from here. It shouldn't be coming from this at all. Maybe it defaults occasionally. My battery is 99% charged. I'm off the grid, and even with this here, I can leave it off the grid till it gets sunny again. I'm not in Texas, so I wouldn't know, but I know I have at least 20 hours worth, so I can leave it on tonight or this evening, and then at 9 o'clock at night, put it back on the grid, and then this will go crazy over here from the grid charging the battery, which by tonight it might be at 70-80% to have 20 hours available. And then this will charge the battery, no sun, and then whatever little bits being used, it'll charge the house.